Alright guys, I thought I would do a quick channel update. Try to make it short and sweet, to the point I guess, because usually my videos end up being too long. So last week I've been working on the truck, and the truck's been leaking for a couple years. It's a turbo pedestal leak, some other leaks. So 3 turbo pedestals off Amazon, none of them fit. I had to modify the factory Ford one and delete the exhaust back pressure actuator and plug it with a tap. And then I had to weld the flap open on the exhaust back pressure and then put all that back in the truck. And then I had a high pressure oil line leak and got that going, and now I'm having some other issues which could quite possibly be a failing high pressure oil pump, which is like in the $1,000 range, between 8 and like 1,200. The truck has 412,000 miles on it. We're trying to get everything dialed in, vehicles reliable, because we know we have to move, and I've been trying to sell lots of stuff. So I got rid of some of the really big stuff, some of the stuff that was valuable. I have like sold 5 guitars for almost $1,000, and then had 2 guitar heads. One was a Bugera 1990, if you know what that is. It's all 6L6 GC tubes. A Bugera Tri-Rec Infinium, which uses I can't remember the name for the vacuum rectifier tubes, but similar kind of. It's kind of like a copy of a Mesa Boogie Tri-Rec dual rectifier. I don't know. Anyway, sold those, and sold the FT101, FT1000 MP Mark V Field, long name. Sold that to Dave for $650, and then I mean I could have got probably $1,200 on eBay, and it would have been like a nightmare. So we did all that stuff, got rid of some toolboxes, some power tools. I've just been trying to get rid of stuff. I found a place that would mount one of the tires that I had for cheap, and the tire is like 2017 in like perfect shape, but like other places like tire's over 4 years old, we won't mount it. So made some progress there on that. I'm just trying to like get rid of as much stuff as possible and get money saved up from all that, and clear out everything. So normally I would do 10 videos a day. I've been trying to challenge the algorithm for like the last year, because a year or 2 years ago my channel was like just like skyrocketed, just started to grow like crazy, and I don't know if it's just something I said wrong, got my channel flagged, or if just YouTube has changed with AI and all that. So I kind of decided, I'm like, okay, let's see what happens if we don't put any videos out, because we have all this other stuff to focus on anyways. And so it's honestly doing about the same without me doing anything. And so I'm stressed out with all this crap going on, and like the prospect of having to move and not knowing what's going on with that, and I'm not in a position to move at the moment anyway, so I just have to kind of roll with life and just go with it. And so I'm trying to be prepared and get rid of whatever I can that I don't need. I've been very blessed with a lot of stuff, and coming from the background and the kind of person that I am and where I've been through in life, and I'm blessed. I'll just leave it at that, and but I would say this to people: don't ever be jealous of what somebody else has, because you have no fucking clue what they've been through to get there. So I don't want to get into a lot of stuff, like, because people are so judgmental, and it just like you can't talk about certain things, and you can't discuss certain things because people's opinions will change, and all of a sudden you're dividing everybody, and it's just not good to do. So just try to stay. I've been trying to stay away from all that. Anyway, so I don't foresee really doing anything with the channel anymore. Like, I don't really have the time to sit and review radios and make videos about this stuff. I'm not going to be sitting out here goofing off because I've got, like, stuff to do. I've got to figure out how to get this truck up and running and, like, get it sold. I'm going to have to sell it because I don't want a 412,000 mile diesel truck that has a potentially $1,000 high pressure oil pump that could fail on it, or the motor, the transmission, the rear end. These are not like fixing your dad's 350. It's just not that simple. I just wrestled with the turbo pedestal and all this crap the last week. I started on it Sunday, and I'm still not done with it. I've got some more issues, and I'm trying to just get the thing to quit leaking, get it running correctly, and then, I guess just clean it out and just, like, try and see if I can get my money out of it. I bought it in 2020 with 312,000 miles on it. It's 327. We'll go look at the paperwork anyway. So I've had the truck for 5 years, and it's at 412,000 miles right now. And I've had a bunch of work I've done to it. I'm formerly a mechanic. An unemployable type of mechanic. The alcoholic type of mechanic that, like, keeps a job every 2 months and gets fired and gets another job. So I know a little bit about this stuff. But anyway, and then the other truck has got 250,000 miles on it, and it's got like a lift, and it's on 35-inch tires, and I don't really care for that. I'd rather just like have it stock. But what I want is a reliable vehicle that I can, have my kids and family in and not have to worry about it. Or if it breaks down, I don't have to worry about it being, like, potentially expensive repair. So if I had a super reliable vehicle and then I could pick one of these as a project, that would probably work okay. But not knowing where the hell you're going to move to, where you're going to live, are you going to end up in an apartment somewhere because that's what the job market dictates? You can't have 3 or 4 vehicles. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work. So, and you can't have all this stuff that I have. So I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't know what to do. I had to step away from the channel. I can't sit here and make videos. If you want to go over to my other channel, Junkyard Automotive, you can watch what I'm doing while I'm doing this stuff. So basically, the way things work with me is I film whatever I do, and so whatever I'm doing is what's getting filmed. And I'm not doing ham radio stuff right now, so there's nothing to put out. And I'm focusing on this stuff, and I may have put a couple of videos out about some radios on the other channel. I want to leave this channel alone because they've ghosted it, and I want to see what's going to happen if I don't upload for a while. So we're like at 8 days or something. So in fact, I don't even know if I should upload this video right now. So, but that's where I'm at with it. And if I upload this video, cool. If not, and I appreciate everybody, but like right now, it's just not a good time. Things are bad. So I'll catch y'all later.